Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from blackcatcomics in rockin Milpitas. Every Wednesday is new comic day and I like to give you some great reasons to go to black-cat-comics.com and pick up something fun to read. This week has some stuff that's packed with fun to read, so I always like to start with this guy. Yes, I'm starting with an action figure this week. This is your latest Batman figure from the legendary Todd McFarlane. Todd's doing all of the DC collectibles these days, and he's giving them his usual awesome, highly articulated, highly detailed, especially cool attitude. Love me some McFarlane toys. You love anything Batman, so anyway, that's your latest Batman action figure. This is your latest Batman issue. That's number 108. That's the newest issue of the hottest book in comics. This one's already on your list and in your box, so it doesn't need a whole lot of help from me. But again, always like to start with Batman because it's always a big week for that guy. Batman 108, Batman Fortnite 0 Point. Yes, my phone's been ringing for days, maybe weeks for this book. Here's the second issue. If you are not subscribed to this title, you should be subscribed to this title. The one in my hand is already sold out. I'm just showing you the picture because, well, I like to tease you that way. Next, Batman, Second Son, and Man-Bat versus Batman are a couple of great examples of one thing I always talk about with DC and Batman is the endless range that they use for the character, and I really appreciate that. From Batman Beyond to Man-Bat, just about anything they can do with the Gotham Knight they put into the comics, and that's a whole lot of fun. It's a real testament to the character to see all the different really cool things they can do with him. Crime Syndicate. It's one of your Infinite Frontier books for the week. Green Lantern number 2 continues the latest relaunch of the whole Lantern verse, this time with a little more emphasis on John Stewart, which is always awesome. Sensational Wonder Woman, it's your Wonder Woman book of the week. Suicide Squad and Swamp Thing with that especially awesome Poison Ivy's cover rounds out your DC stuff for the week. Good stuff. And great week for the Marvel guys. So Heroes Reborn starts this week. A new big event, sort of a what-if kind of thing in a world without the Avengers. The main thing you need to know about this book is that it's Jason Aaron and Ed McGuinness. I read anything written by Jason Aaron because he's awesome. I read anything by Ed McGuinness going all the way back to Superman Batman like 20 years ago was when he first got on my radar, though he's probably been around a lot longer than that. Love me some Ed McGuinness, super classic comic book artist. And again, read anything from Jason Aaron. Love the big Marvel event books. There's 15 reasons you need to pick this up and give that a read this week. Don't let that one get by you. Amazing Spider-Man. Like Batman, one of the biggest books in comics, probably already on your list and in your box and doesn't need a whole lot of help from me. If for some reason you're not reading Amazing Spider-Man, you're missing one of the best books in comics. This book is as fun as it's been in a long time. It has been one of Marvel's best books forever, but the Spencer run has just been a ton of fun. So if you've been away from Spider-Man for a while, if for some reason you haven't been reading Spider-Man, jump into that action-packed adventure. Carnage, Black, White, and Blood is your other Spider book of the week. Been loving these things like Black, White, and Blood. They've got do this one for Carnage. They have one for Wolverine, Superman, Red and Blue. They're going to be doing Wonder Woman, Black and Gold. I just like those kind of stylistic, artistic license sort of things. That's fun stuff. Hellions is one of your many X books of the week, like that one, like Marauders, harkening back to the classic 80s version of the mutant team. I love Mohawk Storm. I've been encouraging everybody to find an X book, get an X book in your stack, whether it's X-Men, X-Force, Marauders here is really popular. There's all kinds of X books, as there always has been, but lots of different writers, art styles, characters. Tons of fun going on in the X-verse. So like I say, pick up Marauders this week or find some cool X book like X-Men Curse of the Man-Thing. It's the 50th anniversary of the Man-Thing, which makes me even older, balder, and more gray, but love me some Man-Thing. A lot of those Curse of the Man-Thing book going on right now. Immortal Hulk Another one of my favorite titles, has been since issue number 1. I pitch anything with an Alex Ross cover. But this book is everything the Hulk is supposed to be. A little bit horror, a little bit sci-fi, a little bit superhero, a little bit tragedy. Love some Immortal Hulk. Pick up the first volume trade paperback that's always going out of print because it's awesome, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Strange Academy is one of your favorite books. One of the bigger hits from Marvel and of their newer titles. And the big gun, Star Wars, War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha. You can read more about this in our newsletter. A little like Heroes Reborn. If you don't know or care anything about Star Wars, you should still pick up this book, because Charles Soule and Steve Niven, some of the best art you're going to see in comics in this book this week. Great stuff. Like X-Men, always telling you guys to get a Star Wars book on your list, and War of the Bounty Hunters is a great time to start. This giant Tales from the Crypt archive is one of my Dark Horse books of the week. Don't talk a lot about trade paperbacks, but come on, what's more classic than Tales from the Crypt? First time in trade paperback in a long time. These are usually big hardcover editions, and it's just really difficult to find this stuff. It's not often reprinted, not often collected. Even in these big, hardcover or trade paperback formats, you don't see Tales from the Crypt all the time. So the first archive reprints some super classic creepy stuff from back in the day. If you love comics, if you love horror comics especially, got to pick that up, because like I say, you don't see it in print too often. So I want to make sure you guys knew about that one. Orville and Beasts of Burden from the great Evan Dorkin are your other Dark Horse books of the week. Always saying everybody should have a Dark Horse book on their list. Huge week for the Image guys. So this is Noctera, number 3. This is a book you definitely have to pick up and have on your list. Grab the reprint of number 1, grab number 2, grab this week's number 3. Great stories, great art. That, Deep Beyond, Die, or Firepower, all some modern, really awesome, huge hits from Image. Let's go through that super fast one more time. Noctera, number 3. Pick up number 1, number 2, this week's number 3. This is Deep Beyond, number 4. Probably got the other 3 in stock if you act fast. This is Die, number 16. Pick up the first trade paperback. This is Firepower, written by a guy who did a book called Walking Dead. You've probably read a couple of those. Then, Good Asian and Hey Kids Comics, Volume 2, number 1, are your first issue, gotta have it, Image books of the week. This one, Hey Kids Comics, is done by one of my all-time favorite guys, Howard Chaykin. If you don't know Howard Chaykin, Google him, pick up everything that he's ever done if you're not easily offended. Love me some Howard Chaykin. Great stuff. Everybody should have an Image book on their list. Huge range of stuff. On and on I could go. But it's a great week for Image. So great week to try some of their stuff. Invincible Red Sonja, number 1. Gives you an opportunity to check out a first issue from Dynamite and from Red Sonja. Always talking up the great job they do with Red Sonja and Vampirella and Dacia Thoris and all that cool stuff. Eve, number 1, gives you a chance to check out something new from Boom Studios. Love me some Boom Studios. If you don't have a Boom book on your list, you're missing out. Kind of like Image, they have an endless range of genres and art styles and storytelling and all kinds of great things. So go to the Boom Studios website, check out all their different stuff. Pick up Eve this week, because first issues are always fun. Rick and Morty, Worlds Apart, is your Oni Press book of the week. Everybody loves some Rick and Morty. I love anything that is an homage to Captain America number 1, as you see right there on the cover. Great stuff. Baby Teeth is your Aftershock book of the week. Always like to pitch Aftershock, AWA, some of the newer publishers that are doing a great job getting a huge range of stuff out there. And Extraordinary, number 0, is your Titan book of the week. Always cool stuff from the Titan guys. And last but definitely not least, Star Wars Adventures High Republic is your IDW/All Ages book of the week. Been talking of the great job IDW does teaming up with Marvel for their whole line of all ages stuff. And it's always a great time to see Star Wars stuff in an all ages format. And everybody's getting into this High Republic stuff these days. So if you're following the main High Republic book over at Marvel, Make sure you pick up the all ages one too, because that's tons of fun. Lots and lots of great books this week. So go to black-cat-comics.com, click on shop, click on new this week. Take a look at all the books I've been talking about. Come pick them up curbside, get them shipped out to you. This weekend, you will be able to start making in-store appointments for next week. So keep up with that at black-cat-comics.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.